Have you ever dreamt a dream that has come true? Well, I'm here to tell you, dreams do come true, and I have experienced it firsthand. Not just one of my dreams, but I've had many dreams throughout my life that have come true. Well, today I'm not going to be speaking with you about all the many dreams that have come to pass in my life. Only one I'll be speaking with you concerning. That dream will be about me being called upon to learn the Spanish language. I'll be speaking to you about three particulars concerning this dream. One, what happened in the dream. Number two, what happened after the dream. And three, the dream presently. Well, let's begin by talking about what happened in the dream. In the year 2000 in Lake Providence, Louisiana, I had a dream one night. And in this dream, I heard a voice that said these words to me. I want you to preach my word to the Spanish community. Now, I never saw a face, but I knew from within that it was God speaking to me. So next, I remember responding back to the voice, and I said, well, I don't know the language. And it was at this point that the dream shifted, like in a movie. And all of a sudden, I'm now in this building, and I see a lady and a young black man at the table. The young lady was white, and they were sitting at this table, and it looks as though she was teaching him something. So following this scene, the voice said to me, do you see this woman at the table? And I said, yes. The voice then said to me, you are going to meet this woman, and she's going to help you get started in learning the Spanish language. Which now brings up my next point. What happened after the dream? Post this dream account, I would say about 2 weeks to a month, I basically had forgotten about the dream. But during a pretty day in Lake Providence, Louisiana, it was about 10 of us brothers in this church, and we all gathered together in a circle, getting ready to pray. But right before we started the prayer, a woman comes into the church, and she comes up ironically right in between me and the guy next to me, because we're all holding hands. And she comes up and just breaks our hands and just comes right in between us. And she says, I want you all to pray for me because I'm getting ready to leave the city. So we all agreed. Now listen, this is about to get a little interesting here, so pay attention. So as we're praying with all eyes closed, I hear the voice again. And again, honestly, this has been about 2 weeks to a month after I had the dream. So as I stated, I basically forgotten about the dream. So as we're praying, I hear the voice, and it says, do you remember the dream? And I said, yes. And so the voice then began to say to me, the woman that's holding your hand, this is the woman that you saw in the dream. So he says, you need to ask her for some Spanish material and books that she has for you because she's going to give them to you. And I'm like, oh boy, because at this point, I'm coming up with every excuse not to do this because I'm afraid. I'm like, I don't know this woman. I'm saying to myself, she probably doesn't know Spanish. She probably doesn't speak Spanish. What am I doing? But you know, the more that I rejected this, the more I felt convicted. I felt bad. And so I finally gathered up enough courage and faith on the inside and said, well, I'm going to do this. So the prayer ended. And so I told the lady about the dream. And so she looked at me and she smiled. And she ended up coming back that day, that evening, and gave me all the Spanish material to help me get started learning Spanish. My dream had come true. Now, to this day, I don't even remember this lady's name. I cannot even tell you where she is. But I can happily say that after I received these books and material, I studied and studied, and now I speak Spanish, I write Spanish, and yes, I even preach in the Spanish language. Believe it or not, I even had the opportunity to to teach Spanish to 7th and 8th graders in a Christian school in Baton Rouge, Louisiana called the Martin Luther King Christian Academy. It's amazing. Um, I've just shared with you an amazing story about me being called upon to learn the Spanish language. I dreamed a dream about how God spoke to me, and that dream came to pass. I share with you the details on this dream about what happened in the dream, what happened after the dream, and how the dream is affecting me today in my reality because I'm speaking it now, I'm preaching it now. One of the most beautiful things in this experience I can tell you is this: whenever I come across people of Spanish origin and I tell them about the dream and how I learned it and why, they get very quiet and are very moved. I leave you with this: los sueños se hacen realidad. What that means is dreams do come true. Thank you.